Well, hey guys, my name is Susan Thompson. So glad to be here with you today for the first time in 2026. Now, for this show, my idea was to work with, of course, some of my jeweler's brass wire. So this is the 16 gauge. So I'm using my little wrap and tap plier, and I am just going to show you guys how to make this little ring right here. It's kind of a little spiral style ring, and I thought it was a really neat foundation for that large pearl. I wanted something that really kind of took up a lot of space on my finger to finish that off, especially on my big knobby right hand, which is what I've got going on right there. And that would really hold on to that ring, because sometimes these little guys can rock back and forth on a ring. And the way this worked, it was like a dream. I did not think this was gonna work, but it did. And so I'm super excited about this kind of working out. So now you're gonna use the 16 gauge, and that is the wire that I have in this show here. Now you can use any bail shaping plier you want to. You can also use a ring mandrel if you want to get this started, but I like to work with my wrap and tap because it's got the gripper on the side here, and it makes it really easy for me to do this. Now I'm gonna cut my wire off of this spool, and I hope I cut enough of it to do this, but I normally work right from the spool, but just because I'm out here, it's very difficult for me to work right from the spool. It just gets a little messy. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this wire and you're gonna wrap it around the wrap and tap, and I like to wrap it around about 6 times. I usually go 7 and then unravel it one time because I like six coils on these rings. So that's 1, 2, 3. Just kind of keep on going, and I like to wrap away from me. You can see that beginning of that coil kind of going away from me out from this. It just kind of makes it a little bit easier. If you try to wrap towards yourself, it can get a little crazy. All right, so now I'm on 5. And normally I try to wrap them kind of tight together, but I'm getting a little off here, so I've got a little bit of space between those next ones. I think I've got one more. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that should be perfect. All right. Now I'm gonna clip that off, so I ended up having plenty of wire. All right, so what you have here is just a coil or a spiral. And like I said, I normally kind of keep them kind of close together, but that little guy kind of slipped away from me. And you're just kind of starting with that little foundation. Now, the next thing which we wanna do is I kind of like to finish these, and I'll show you guys the underside of my ring here. I kind of like to finish them with 2 little, just little coils on either side. Just the easiest way to finish it for me. I like the way it feels under my finger. I like the way it kind of holds the ring in place as I'm wearing it. And that's just a nice way to finish that off. It also looks kind of pretty. So, looking for my little round nose plier. Now, you can do this a couple ways. I usually use a round nose plier to do this, but you're just going to grab this end. Make sure that you flush cut it. If you're really fancy, you can actually file this down. Remember, this is jeweler's brass, so you can actually file this and finish it off in a really professional way. But all I'm gonna do here is just take this little guy and roll him into a little loop, like so, on that side. And then I'm gonna make sure I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've got 7. So I'm going to cut this, and this is kind of helpful. I need to cut this about right here because I want it to roll back into place just right across from that. So I'm gonna leave myself about 3/8 of an inch of this wire. Oops, you probably didn't see me cut that. It's very blurry right now. I'm just gonna wait till it gets in focus. There we go. So I'm leaving myself about 3/8 of an inch of this wire opposite of that little piece. So when I roll this, it should come directly across from that other piece right there. So I'm just pulling it out just a little bit so I can get a hold of it with my round nose plier. And I'm just going to roll this into a loop. Oh, it's perfect. Haha, it's exactly what I wanted. See how it kind of ended up right across from the other one? I usually make them a little smaller than that, but being that I'm out here right now, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. So I'll just use a little smaller space on my round nose plier. Sometimes I'll even get in there with my tweezer nose plier and just make them a little bit smaller than that, but that's gonna feel fine underneath my finger. Okay, so next thing what we're gonna do is I'm just going to kind of pull this out, and I'm just trying to stretch this a little bit so that I have a nice even spiral, and it's not coming out quite even just because remember I had that little extra gap between those two middle ones, and so I'm gonna have to work it just a little bit to kind of even them up. But it doesn't really matter if it's perfectly even, just close. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, and that opens, so you can see I kept it closed on the bottom, that's the bottom of the ring, and then I opened it up here on the top, and that is where I'm going to place this amazing pearl. Right here. Now what I was worried about when I was creating this the first time, I was really worried that this pearl was going to slip back and forth on the top, but weirdly it just doesn't. It actually is very, very sturdy. It's kind of stuck right there, and so I was super excited that that worked out. All right, so what I'm going to do now to attach this pearl to the top, I'm going to take about 6 inches of 24 gauge wire, and I'm definitely recommending 24 gauge wire to do this. I just don't think 26 is substantial enough, so definitely use your 24 on this. So, all right, so you're gonna put that on there just like so, and then you're gonna place this on the top of this ring here, and we're going to attach it. So I'm just gonna pull this in just a little bit, and I'm just gonna wrap one side one time, and then I'll wrap the other side. It's better if you just kind of start off one wire and then kind of do the other one. That way you can get it kind of tight. So, and also you wanna make sure that you're right at the center of this ring. So let me get that kind of tight right there. Find my, see how it's kind of slipping around? Find my center, put that in place, and then now I'm gonna go over to this other side. And I'm going to go around the other side of my 16 gauge wire, and I'm just going to use my plier to pull this a little bit tighter. Do you guys see how I like really worked that? So I really worked it because I wanted that to be tight. And now I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to do the same thing, because once this places and once this cinches up, it is not moving, okay? So I'm just using this, and you can actually use your tool if you want to kind of pull that tight and pull that down and get that right where you want it on this little ring. And just make sure he's directly across from those two little loops on the other side. So just kind of work it until you get it right where you want it. And then you can manipulate your ring a little bit if you kind of got a little wide on one side and not as wide on the other side. I'm just kind of tightening that up over on this side. There we go. Make it a little more even. So see how it kind of sits right there, and it's just, whoops, we got to go this way just a little bit more. Before I really finish this off, I want to make sure I've got him right where I want him. All right, perfect. So you come there, there we go. All right, now we're gonna take that wire and continue wrapping. So I did 4 wraps on each side, and I think that's kind of what ended up really kind of cinching it in place, was this 4 wraps of this 24 gauge wire. So 1, 2, tighten that guy up right there. And then 3. And interestingly, this wire is getting just a little bit work hardened as I work with it, and that does happen as you work with brass wire. It kind of work hardens as you go. And let's go through one more time. And you can see I'm using my tools as my fingers to finish this off. And then as I get underneath here, I want this to kind of poke up towards the top of the ring, not towards the bottom of the ring. So I'm gonna cut it just a little bit long. See that little length right there? Maybe that's a little bit too long. A little bit shorter than that. And then I'm gonna take my chain nose plier and I'm gonna press that up into the band. She says confidently. You guys, when I'm struggling, I always say that, by the way. If you're wondering why I say that, it's because I'm having a little bit of a struggle, and it's pretty funny, so I just say that. There it goes. Just kind of press it up there with your, I just don't want to feel it. You know, that's kind of what I'm doing there. Okay, so that's one side secured. You can see that one secured. This side's still kind of slipping around. So I'm going to continue wrapping over here. I'm right up over that little piece from the bottom. And then I am going to push that through and grab that with my plier and wrap it around. So it's a pretty easy ring. I mean, there's not a lot to it, to putting this together, but it just looks so good. And I know I'm stuck on the word impactful, but this really does make quite the impact when you wear it. People notice this ring. And I think something about the gold kind of peeping out underneath and supporting the pearl, looks so, so good. All right, so I'm gonna tighten that up there, give it a good squeeze. And then same thing on this side, I'm gonna press that in, and I'm gonna cut it just a little bit long so that I can then press that up in and around that 16 gauge wire, because I don't want to feel it. I don't want anybody to feel that. And I don't even want them to know it's there. You know, I want them to see this little coil and not have any idea what the purpose of that little coil on the side is. I don't want them to know that that is kind of what put this ring together. And so that guy is done and ready to go. And I'm just going to show you that pearl is very well secured at the top of that ring right there. So looks really good, looks really finished. And I got like, see, you can still see where I did that kind of a little bit too wide of a space right there on that one. Kind of bothers me just a little bit, but I'm being a bit of a perfectionist. It's a little bit more on this side. That's because when I was doing my coiling, I wasn't being super careful and making sure that each one of the coils come together. And remember, I'm telling you that wire has a memory. It will remember where you put it, and it's very difficult to get it to change its mind. So when you're working with wire, you always want to be super careful with it as you're working with it to put it where you want it the first time so that it doesn't remember something you don't want it to remember. You don't want it to have a bad experience. So, but yeah, really cool little ring, very fun finished piece right there that you can wear with pride and love. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that little ring.